we're going to continue our like little discussion on um, buying a home.
The buying process, right? Last
Yeah,
time we talked about what loan application,
the
right?
loan application and getting into looking at a home and kind of narrowing down your wants versus needs in a home and your buying power. So today we kind of wanted to talk you through what happens when you find your home and kind of what the contract looks like and things like that.
Okay, okay. I'd like, first of all, you decided a couple different ways. I'd like to do it in person, but that's not always practical.
Hmm.
But we did you sign a lot of documents. But
Yeah.
go ahead and tell us what you. Jen, I can't. I want to buy this house. I want to buy this house.
So, well, your next steps are rewrite the contract, and there's a lot of things that go into the contract. There's different contingencies, financing and appraisal are your big contingencies, but even deciding if you want a home inspection or not. And there's, I guess, kind of different home inspections that you could ask for.
Right. So it's kind of like a game plan. What's your strategy?
Yeah.
What's your, what you feel comfortable offering?
Hmm. If you need closing cost assistance, and if you want to, go above list price to get your closing cost assistance, in that. So once you figure out your price and if you need closing costs and how much, then you kind of talk about like your home inspection. So, you can have a home inspection where you negotiate repairs or void the contract if you can't.
Or for informational purposes only,
Hmm.
saying I'll take it as is, or you can even waive the home inspection, which we
Yeah.
don't recommend, but in a very competitive market,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to do what you have to do.
Exactly, exactly. And so even if you waive the home inspection, it doesn't mean you can't have a home inspection.
Exactly.
You can still have it so you know what you're getting into, but you can't use it as a way to get out of the contract.
Right.
So our job is to protect you as the buyer to make sure you have all of the information and a way to get out of the contract if the repairs are just too much. So we have to, really talk that part through to make sure you know what you're getting into. And then after that, we write in um, financing addendum. So whether it's a VA loan or a conventional loan or what have you.
Get all your inspections, if it's a well and septic, if it's
Yes,
out in the
that
county, or
too.
if it's, sometimes older houses, you might even want like a structural engineer, if it's a quirky kind of,
Hmm.
but you put in your inspection periods, and that's when
Yes.
we have a list of qualified home inspectors,
Hmm.
engineers that we work with, but by all means, we like meeting new folks. In fact, we have people come in every week,
Yeah.
and we vet them, and if they work with us, then we'll recommend them in the future, and if they don't work out, then we,
Yeah.
don't really recommend them so much.
So
But we can help you through that
we definitely
process.
have our list, which is really good. It's really helpful, and we know the ones to stay away from. So, and you also have a pest inspection, a
Right.
wood destroying pest inspection, and that is a small inspection just to make sure like there's no termites or carpenter bees
People
or.
freak out about that, and around here, especially carpenter bees,
Mm-hmm.
you get that. If you have wood siding, if you don't treat it regularly, or even if you do treat it regularly, you're probably gonna have some, and if you do, it's a simple treatment, and that's,
Yep,
unless, very rarely have I seen heavy structural damage caused by termites, but it does happen.
it does
It
happen.
definitely does.
Yeah, it's rare though. Typically people find the termites before
And that's
it's
not
too bad.
negotiable, the seller has to fix that,
Mm-hmm.
they have to
Yeah,
fix it.
that becomes a lender required repair, so the seller has to do that. And the same with
I say not
radon.
negotiable, it's like
Right.
that, everything's negotiable.
Everything's
but-
negotiable,
but the
but
burden's on that,
if a house has a basement, we recommend a radon
right?
test as well. And
What's
that
radon?
so radon is a gas that comes from the soil, and it's known to cause cancer over prolonged exposure.
Can't smell it, can't taste it, right?
You don't even know it's there. You can live in a house for 20 years and not know it's there. And it's more common in basements that are like more fully enclosed by the dirt. So if you just kind of have a little bit of your basement underground, your risk is less.
What do you do if you have it? Is it, the deal's gone, it's
No,
gone?
typically we send our guy out there and he puts in a radon mitigation system. It's about $1,200. It's a big white pole that kind of goes in and out of the house, so it sucks it
Circulates the
out.
fan and gets it out of there.
Yep, and it's pretty easy. It's nothing to worry about. We see it probably in 50% of the contracts that we do.
We see a fair amount, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
like you said, it's very easily mitigated, so
Mhm.
that's a good part. Same with termites. So
Yep.
there's really no obstacle.
Yep.
Then when you get to, if you live in a HOA, you get the HOA review of the
Yep.
docks.
Yep, you have 3 days from the time they send you the docs to review them. And if there's anything in that HOA that just doesn't sit right with you, or there's too many rules, or it's too strict, that is another contingency, and you can back out of your contract within 3 days of receipt of that.
With your contract, you need an EMD as well,
Mhm.
with a earnest money deposit.
Mhm.
You'll see that again, at the end of it, you'll see it on your HUD and your closing statement form.
Yep.
It'll be applied towards your down payment or towards your loan.
Mhm.
Um,
That's typically 1%.
yeah, right,
Of whatever the house is. So $400,000 house, you're looking at about a $4,000 deposit there.
You-
And what else is there in the contract? Um, so once we get through all the inspections, it's kind of a waiting game. So the title company, on both sides of the transaction, the seller and the buyer, sometimes it's the same title company, sometimes they're different, and they have to talk to each other and pull all the documents and process everything. And the lender's mixed in there as well, getting all of their side.
so how long does that take? When I'm under contract, I write an offer today, when can I move in this weekend?
30 to 45 days. So if you need a little bit more time to get all of your paperwork and everything together, get your inspections done, then we do, a little bit of a longer closing, but typically it's 30 days. I've seen contracts do, sometimes the seller needs rent back and they need like several months. And so a way to do that is to do a 60-day close, and then we could give the sellers like a 60-day rent back.
Give them a chance to find a house. Or
Mhm.
something.
So really that's almost 4 months of the sellers to be able to find a house and close on their house so that they have time to move out and
Right,
stuff.
so we get that a lot. Wait, I have nowhere to go, or what do I do? So that's the rent back is.
That's the rent back. So there's ways to buy and sell at the same time and just kind of get through everything, with those different situations. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the contract. And once you get through the first week or two of being under contract, you just kind of wait it out and.
And that's kind of, I think, I feel like that's when I earn my money, is the contract, when I'm
Mhm.
negotiating with the other agent,
Mhm.
working on behalf of our clients.
Mhm.
I try to, obviously get them the best house at the lowest price that we can get.
Mhm.
And, I like to think the day that we're in the contract, they got the best deal that day. Now, things
Right.
change daily, but I do like we try to get them, like I said, earn our money on that one.
Yeah, it's really all about the contract. I mean, we can spend time showing houses and stuff, but once we're under contract is really, where we work hard to make sure everything's smooth, goes smoothly
And
and.
hold their feet to the fire when it comes to because that's usually the most difficult. You're under contract, you're all happy, you had the home inspection, and you had 6 items. Oh, geez, we've already negotiated everything, we've already, the other people feel like they've been bloody from a
Yeah.
battle, we've just given everybody's last nickel, and then we have to open up this fight again because we have these items, but,
Yep. Yep.
it is what it is. We represent our buyers very passionately and our sellers
Yep.
equally, so.
Yep, we do what's in your best interest, at the time. So, and that's kind of where we are. And next time we'll talk about, kind of what happens at the end of the contract and closing and things
Oh,
like
the
that.
fun stuff, the happy
The
stuff.
fun stuff, yeah.
Speaking of fun stuff, you have something there.
Yes, we have Fred Nat tickets for, Friday, August 4th. So if you're interested in these, just comment.
I think they're playing the Red Sox farm
Yep,
team. Yeah,
yep,
so that's
Red
good.
Sox. Just comment, go Fred Nats in the comments, and Jasmine will reach out to somebody.
First one gets the tickets.
Yep, thank
Great
you.
ballpark. All right, awesome.